Hey, everybody. This is Dr. Patrice Buckner Jackson, but you can call me PBJ. Welcome to the Heart Work with PBJ podcast, where we are bringing our work, life, and heart into perfect harmony. It's all about work-life harmony over here, y'all. We are a community of people who do our work from the bottom of our hearts, but we also want to live our lives the same way. So thanks so much for joining us. I'm so excited as always to come spend this time with you all. Y'all, this is one of my favorite things to do every week. Every single week, I look forward to coming and sharing with you. So I hope that this podcast is a blessing to you. Friends, I have an announcement for you today. In the month of March, I am launching my first live workshop series. I am so excited. Listen, I've heard you. We've had some listening sessions and surveys, and we've been discussing this in the DMs and on social media. I know that you are struggling with your priorities. Everything is a priority. You cannot drop the ball. You cannot miss anything. And how in the world are you going to get it all done? You better come join me March 22nd at 7 p.m. We're doing a live workshop called The Myth of Balanced Time. I'm going to share with y'all all my secrets, what I learned the hard way about how to get it all done when everything is important. So I need you to go to mythofbalancedtime.com. Again, that's mythofbalancedtime.com. Sign up for this workshop. Come join me, friends. It's gonna be good. So again, go to mythofbalancedtime.com, sign up for the workshop, and I will see you on March 22nd at 7 p.m. And as always, you know you need to be following me on Instagram at Dr. Patrice Buckner Jackson. That's where you will get your spoonful of PBJ every Monday and the announcement of a new podcast episode every Wednesday. So follow me on IG, sign up for the workshop. Let's get into this episode. So today, friends, what we are talking about is I want to encourage you to put your oxygen mask on first. What are you doing to take care of yourself first? Somewhere, somehow, we learned that we should live life putting other people in front of ourselves. And y'all know I love the Bible and I love the Word of God, and I believe that we should take care of our brothers and our sisters. But I also believe it says, love thy neighbor as you love thyself. Love your neighbor as you love yourself, not more than you love yourself. So what are you doing to put your oxygen mask on first? Y'all know when you take a flight and before you can take off, the flight attendant stands in front and they pull out the brochure and they're giving the demonstrations. And one of the things they always say is if we hit turbulence, an oxygen mask is going to fall down from above, and you need to put your oxygen mask on first. Why do they tell us to put our oxygen mask on first? Well, first of all, if you lose oxygen and you pass out, what help are you to somebody else? So it's important that you make sure that what is essential to you is flowing for you so that you can serve other people. So it's not about being selfish. It's not about loving yourself more than you love other people. But in order to love ourselves as we love other people, we've got to learn how to put our oxygen mask on first. So in this episode, we will discuss 4 ways that you can add breath to your day. 4 ways that you can put your oxygen mask on first so that you will have the essentials needed so that you can serve well. If you are broke, busted, disgusted, and sick, how in the world are you going to serve everybody else? It does not work, my friends. So let's get into it. How can you add breath to your day? The first thing I want to talk about is your daily refill. So what are you doing every day to refill your tank? Yes, every day. You need to eat every day. I need to pray every day. What do you need to do every day to feed your mind and feed your spirit? And I'm not talking about a fancy morning routine. Everyone is not a morning person. So sometimes we watch YouTube or we hear people talking about stuff and it really just becomes a burden to us trying to do what fits somebody else. This is not about doing what fits somebody else. This is about doing what fits you. Remember in the last episode, we were talking about your energy source and how your energy source, if your energy source is depleted, then it puts you in a position that you could be prone to burnout. So once you know that energy source, if you're an introvert, maybe it's quiet time. If you're an extrovert, maybe you need some people energy. Whatever it is, once you have identified your energy source, how are you connecting to that energy source every day? How do you refill your tank every day so that you can sustain the way that you serve? Maybe for you, it's a walk in the evening, or a run through the neighborhood, or a phone conversation with a friend or a family member. Maybe for you, like me, it's quiet time. Maybe it is a morning routine. Maybe it's an opportunity to get up and prioritize your to-do list and put things in order and identify what you need to do, what's important for today and what's not important for today. Whatever that means to you, you need to identify what refills your tank. And friends, this needs to be a moment that's about you. And I'm not saying you can't do that with other people. Maybe other people fit into it, but you need to be real self-focused here. And you need to identify what you need, whether somebody else signs up for it or not. Somebody else signs up, it's a bonus. But the bottom line is you need to refill your tank on a daily basis. You are giving out daily. And because you're giving out daily, you need to refill daily. So how do you refill the tank? How do you reconnect to your energy source? How do you fill your spirit and your mind on a daily basis so that you can continue to serve in the deep ways that you serve? You got to refill every day. Number 2, let's talk about coaching and mentoring. Y'all, I have spent the last 8 weeks in my first coaching program. And friend, let me tell you, I do not know what took me so long. I don't know what took me so long to connect with the coaching program. I am surrounded right now by a community of like-minded and like-hearted women. I am supported by coaches who have been there, done that, don't mind telling me the truth, don't mind getting me together. I am a part of a community that is stretching me, a part of a community that allows me to be the student and sit and learn. Y'all, it's a business coaching community, but it's so much bigger than business. It's so much bigger than business. I have been challenged in ways that I don't know that I've ever been challenged in my life. In the last 8 weeks, I have been impacted more than I can remember ever. Shout out to Purpose to Platform. Hey, P2P sisters. If y'all are listening, I love y'all. Shout out to our coach, Patrice Cunningham Washington of Redefining Wealth and the Redefining Wealth podcast, and all of our coaches. It has been such a blessing in my life. When you are the leader, or even if you don't call yourself a leader, you are. You might not know it, but you are. You need to be connected to communities and to people who will stretch you. And whether it's a coaching community or whether it's a mentoring relationship, you need to make sure that you have some relationship in your life that causes you to step up and to stretch. Not outside of what you're called to do, not outside of your unique zone of genius, but definitely to stretch outside of that comfort zone. All of us have blind spots. All of us have blind areas that we cannot see in our own lives. And to have somebody who loves you enough and cares about your life and your success enough to identify those blind spots and to help you see what you cannot see for yourself, you cannot pay enough money for that kind of clarity. So I encourage you, put your oxygen mask on by connecting with a community, a coach, or a mentor who will stretch you. And friends, it doesn't have to be expensive. There are Facebook communities out there that you can join. There are small groups in your church that you can join. So there are many ways to do this, but you need to be surrounded by people who make you stretch, who encourage you, who celebrate you, and who will encourage you to be your best self. Y'all, ain't nothing like this community that I'm a part of right now. I have never seen it. I have never seen anything like this. I don't know any of these women personally. We've known each other for 8 weeks and it feels like we have been together forever. And the program is almost over and we do not want to leave. So I encourage you to connect yourself to a group, to a person, to a mentor who will help you stretch. Now, let me give you one word of caution here. One word of caution. Every coaching group, every coach, every mentoring relationship is not created the same. I am having a wonderful experience, and it may be a unique experience. So choose carefully. Choose carefully. Don't allow everybody to speak into your life. Make sure you vet them very well. Make sure that there are testimonials or other proof that this is a person or this is a group that you should be connected to. Because the worst thing you want to do is connect to a community that takes away from your life instead of adds to it. You don't need that. So make sure that you vet it and make sure that it's the right connection for you. But I'm telling you, when you find that right connection, oh, you'll know it. You will know it. So put your oxygen mask on by connecting with coaching, mentoring, or a community. Number 3, I want you to put your oxygen mask on by sharpening your skills. Go to a conference, join a course, go to a retreat. As a supervisor, y'all, I made a huge mistake for a long time. For a long time, I chose to invest all of the professional development funds into my team with good intention. And it was limited funds, so I wanted to make sure that they understood that I know how important they are. And I wanted to use those professional development funds in a way that would serve my team well. All good intentions. What I didn't realize is by not partaking in the professional development myself, I was not being the best leader that I could be for them. And this all broke for me because I was approved to be a presenter at a conference. So I had to pay to go because my presentation was accepted. So that particular year, I did use some of the funds for me to go to the conference and then, some for my team. Y'all, that conference was so powerful. There is something wonderful about stepping outside of your day to day and going to talk to other people who do what you do and hear how they do it. If you spend every day in your company, in your organization, in your community, then there becomes this group think. Because we're spending so much time together, we get bogged down and our blinders are up to see any different way because this is the way we do it. But when you go to a conference or a retreat or a course, you get the opportunity to hear new perspectives, new ideas, other things that are working. Sometimes we're grappling with questions and with problems that other people have already figured out. So you connect yourself to a learning opportunity so that you can be a better leader, so that you can be a better supervisor, so that you can bring back some gems that will help you do what you do so much better. That conference changed the game for me. So I encourage you, find a conference, find a course, find a retreat. And y'all, I get it. I know professional development funds are limited, but maybe there are opportunities that you can do for yourself. Some things come through your company. Maybe HR offers some workshops, and then maybe there's a small budget for professional development. Maybe you can partner with another organization, another university, another school, so that all of your employees can benefit. There are different ways to do this. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. But I would encourage you to find ways to sharpen your skills. Find ways to learn, to grow, to get better. It will make you better and it will fill your cup. You go get filled so you can keep serving well, so you can keep serving in deep ways. Now, here's the caution for this one. When you get new knowledge, do something with it. Don't be the person that's constantly going to conferences, constantly going to meetings, constantly gathering new information and not doing anything with it. You're just like a hamster on the wheel, just running all your energy out and getting nowhere. So sharpen your skills, get new information, but do something with it. You don't need 10 conferences. One good one would be awesome. One wonderful experience would really set you on a good path. So sharpen your skills in order to put your oxygen mask on first. And number 4, the last one I'll share with you today, is you need a good circle of friends. You need a good circle of friends. Y'all, I have a sisterhood that is unmatched. Actually, I have several levels of sisterhood. So I told you about my coaching program right now, and there are over 100 ladies there from all over the world. And like I said, we've known each other for 8 weeks. Oh, but we are invested. You hear me? We are supporting each other. But for this purpose, I want to talk about my core sisterhood, my good girlfriends. The ones who have been through the fire with me, the ones who know me, the ones who celebrate me, the ones who put up with me, phenomenal women who love me enough to tell me the truth and understand me enough that they endure my friendship. And I did say endure, y'all, because everybody couldn't be friends with me. I admit it. I am honest. Everybody could not be my friend because I am an introvert. By the time I worked all day or worked all week, it is really difficult for me to jump on the phone and have a conversation or just do social things. By the time I've done what I need to do for work, I am pretty much well spent. So I'm not the type of friend that stays in good contact like I should. I'm not happy about it, but it's the truth. My good girlfriends understand that. My good girlfriends understand me. And every time we connect, however often or however seldom, it's like we never missed a beat. We literally never missed a beat. And I am so grateful. They are accomplished women in many different areas of life. They are intelligent. They are compassionate. They are powerful. And I have the honor of doing life with them. And every interaction that we have fills my heart. It fills my cup. And it reminds me of how much God loves me. He loves me. He loves me because he knows that we weren't built to do life alone. None of us were built to do life alone. Even introverts like me, we were not built to do life alone. We need people, and we need good people in our lives who want to be a part of our lives and who are actively a part of our lives. And I have that. So I would encourage you, you need a circle of good friends. Not 15 people. I'm talking your core. This is not just connections. And I don't mean just like connections are small. Connections are powerful. But this is deeper than the connections. This is who I'm going to call. If I'm scared, if I'm angry, if I'm afraid, if I'm sad, if I'm excited, this is who I'm going to call. These are the names that come to mind first. Who are those people for you? How are you nurturing those relationships? How are you sustaining those relationships? We all need people. So Danielle, Cherie, Wendy, Chris, if you are listening, I love you, and I am so grateful. I'm so grateful. So that's it, friends. I want to encourage you to put your oxygen mask on first. It's not selfish, it's wisdom. You got to fill your tank. You've got to reconnect to your energy source so that you can keep serving and keep working from the heart. And that's what this podcast is all about. It's about doing the work that we know we're called to do, doing the work that fills our heart, but also living the life that we desire. And you can do both. And that's the journey that we're on. So, hey, if that's what you want, stick in here with us. Remember, follow me on Instagram at Dr. Patrice Butner Jackson to get all the updates. And you will get a new episode of this podcast next Wednesday. I love you. Have a great week. Have a powerful week. Go get it, but put your oxygen mask on first. Love always. PBJ.